that's okay. But for those of you, I know most of you have already wrapped up. I'm just gonna quickly review the second step. And I know that I know we've already said it, but you do have access to this, so you can review on your own. But basically right now, you can't really move forward until you get that email, as I mentioned earlier, right? It has your student ID. And I'm gonna show you why that student ID is important, right? So this is the Adobe Sign form. This is what it looks like here. I'm just telling you that these are the slides where you'll find the steps. It is an Adobe Sign process that you are starting, meaning that if you look at the workflow, right, you will start it. It'll send an electronic request to your parent to sign off on the form. Once they do that, then it electronically sends it to Ms. Morelli to sign. Once she signs, then it goes to me for processing, and then once all that is done, then I manually enroll you in the class. So I just wanted you to kind of get a picture of how this Adobe Sign process works before we jump into it. So you're gonna get your student ID in that welcome email. All of you, if not most of you, are logging into my portal for the first time. So this is how this is the temp password that you would enter. It's your birthday. And then it'll prompt you to create a permanent password. So just giving you a heads up there. You'll go to apps. You'll find the app that says Adobe Sign Student Form. You're going to locate the form that says Foothill Outreach CCAP and MOU. You'll click continue. And then this is where you're going to enter your course information. Of course, don't worry about the one that says GID 33. That's for our other classes that Mr. Chang teaches. So just go ahead and list photography 5 in your form. You could just copy and paste from literally from this slide deck too. So make it a little smoother. And then once you're done with that, then this is where you enter your parent and Ms. Morelli's contact info, right? So you're gonna enter their first name, last name, as well as their email address. So once you enter that, super important here, just double check that the spelling is correct for both email addresses. Because you are initiating this process, if you have like a little like spelling error there, that form will not get, of course, to your parent, and subsequently it will not get to Ms. Morelli, right? So it's super important that you pay attention to the email addresses, because one little like missing a letter or adding a letter, it could completely throw off the workflow. So something to keep in mind there. You'll just enter your full name as a signature. You'll submit. Again, asking you to confirm your email address for like the 5th time. But then once you do that, then really your last step here is just to let your parent know that they're gonna get an email, right? Super important. Again, some students miss this. They're like, oh, how come my form's not completed? That's because your parent was never aware that they had to sign off on it. So just give them a heads up, give them a nudge once you submit that form, and just say, hey, can you go to your email and help me sign off on the form? And after that, I did want to take some time to kind of review some of this information, right? So of course we already acknowledge and congratulate you for signing up for the class. I think the one part that I left out was that understanding, right, that of course this comes with expectations and I guess more requirements from you all. This is basically what the calendar is for our photography 5 class, right? So I know that this class is yearbook for you, but then it's also photography 5 at Foothill College for you all. So it's just important to keep track of these dates, right? If you're kind of on the fence about staying in photography, which I hope you're not, I hope you stay, because it's a small group, so we need as many people as possible to put together the yearbook. So please don't leave. But if you're on the fence about maybe staying or not staying in the class, right, definitely keep in mind on the date that says September 6th and September 8th, right? We really have until September 6th for you to say, hey, Alex, you know what? I actually got into a Japanese class and I'm going to drop photography. Cool, that's fine. Then by then we would be able to drop you from the class. Without a W, really what that means is that this class will not show up on your college transcript, right? I think that's one of the things that I definitely want to highlight, that you all really, you're starting your college journey now. You're starting your college transcript now. So, right, like this class will essentially follow you, right? Like you're gonna take it to wherever you end up going, whether you go to Foothill, whether you go to UC Irvine, San Jose State, out of state, really doesn't matter, right? This is the college transcript that you're going to be carrying with you. So because of that, it's really important to follow these deadlines. As I mentioned, like the deadline to drop without a W, deadline to add the class, so on and so forth. If you have any questions about what these deadlines mean, please just shoot me an email and I can help you clarify. I think what's most important, the kind of the biggest takeaway that I want to share with you all is communication is key. So again, if there's a change of plans where you're no longer planning to stay in this class, definitely let us know. That way we can officially drop you also from the Foothill class. Um, and I think that's it. I'm running out of time here. So I just wanted to share those final details. And then this is my contact info. I know that you all saw it in a different slide as well. But I just want to highlight, right? Just stay in touch, shoot me an email. If you're like, hey, Alex, just want to make sure my application went through. Hey, Alex, just want to make sure I'm in the class. Hey, Alex, I'm dropping the class. Can you make sure that I'm dropped? Really, anything that comes up, I am here. I'm here to help. Of course, Mr. Chang is your primary point of contact, but I'm here as a backup and to make sure that everything's going smoothly. So that's it. Any questions, comments, concerns? How did I do? Leave. I'm gonna send you guys a link. Leave a review. No, okay. No, I won't do that. All right, sounds good. Cool. So